Hi everyone, so today I just want to demonstrate a really cool project called Interactive Light. I also call this project the Clash Royale game. So basically I really like this game, so this is how I design a really cool prototype that protects my team from my opponent. So this is the castle from my team when I'm playing a game. How it works, I'm going to demonstrate really quick. So the entire component can be separated into upper and lower part. You can see that the middle part is constructed by an IR range sensor. So if your enemy, let's say you're playing a game, comes closer and closer, it's gonna turn red. So if you let's say, move certain until this point, it means that the castle is not safe. If the opponent is far away, the castle is safe, so which is indicated by the green light. So the entire demonstration, the most important thing is about this light. And then the lower part is constructed by a stepper motor that can basically rotate this entire castle defense in x-axis, rotationally. And then the upper part is constructed by this part, which is called the servo motor. And then the servo motor basically moves this defense system up and down based on the opponents over there. And then what's really interesting on the really top is that this is a photo resistor. It can also detect the brightness of our opponents. So the brighter my opponent, this entire thing is going to lock so that it can shoot, let's say, shoot something to our opponent. So it is, in the game, the brighter the opponent is, the more harmful the opponent will be to our team. So this is how it works, and let me see how my code is running here. You can see that the first part is the distance being measured, the RBG value, the brightness, and then this is some of the data which is being recorded on this part. And what's really special about it is that this castle is not being activated. I have a button which is on the control side. So basically right now it is not being activated. So even though the opponent is going here, it is not going to rotate anything because it's not being activated. Okay, so right now let's try how it's going to respond if I open this button over here. See? Okay, let's press. Okay, look, it's gonna move based on the brightness. So right now I'm going to close the light to demonstrate further how it works. Okay, so as you can see that there's nothing here. So there's no opponent. And let's imagine this is the opponent. And then the brightness of the opponent means how strong it is. So if it detects more brightness, it's going to lock the entire castle and then shoot something. Like, let's imagine shoot something to my to the opponent. Okay, so right now the opponent is coming from this direction. See? It's going to move based on where the opponent is. And then if the opponent goes closer, 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 it's going to stop. And then you can see that the light is going to be red because the opponent is so close to the castle. The opponent goes away, it stops. And then the light turns green because there's no any opponent. Let's try again. The opponent is coming from this way, going down, going up, going too close, it's going to stop. You can see that, so you can see that what is going on my screen. The first part is about the distance, and then second it's about the brightness of the RGB value. And then number 3, it says how the brightness is being detected, as well as how my X and Y axis is being rotated. And then finally, I just want to demonstrate if I disable the auto detection, what is going to happen. So basically I press this button and then it stops. it only detects how far the enemy is. So you can see that only the light works, and then this entire upper part doesn't move. And then if I click this part, the button, it's gonna initiate. See?